Welcome to today's episode, you guys, of the Big Messy Bun. We're sitting here, number 59. You guys, today's episode is going to be one that I'm hoping that hits you. If you're a listener here, or if you're not a listener, well, I hope someone sent this to you, and I hope you're subscribing to the Big Messy Bun. If you're here and you've got everything rolling, things are feeling good. This episode may or may not be the one for you, but if you landed here today, maybe someone sent you this, or maybe you just found yourself here. Today, I'm going to talk about change and the significance of small things, small wins, that it doesn't have to be big, massive things to see progress and to see change take place. Quite often, it's the small things done over time that add up and make the biggest impact in our lives. There's a thing, I've talked about it before on the podcast, a book by the name, the author is Darren Hardy, and it's called The Compound Effect. I listened to this book years and years and years ago, and it's just basically like what we're doing today with ourselves, with our bodies, with our minds, with our money, has a compound effect. We've talked a little bit about money here on the podcast, and we've also talked a lot about fitness. And I'm constantly telling you, we can't bank our fitness. We just can't. But I was working with a client today. She's 77 years old. She has MS. She is basically goes from bed to chair, chair to bed, and she needs to be transported with a lift. She can't move herself anymore. Okay? So I work with her and I do some exercises with her. We talk about mindset. We do all the things. Well, today on my way out the door, she said, I have to tell you a story. She said, I went to go visit my husband the other day and I did some of the exercises that we do with him. Her husband has dementia and hasn't been able to move very much. He just is withdrawn. He doesn't move as much as he used to. And she said he used to be such an avid exerciser and gym goer. And she said, I feel like I sparked something in him. And so she was sharing with me one of the exercises that she did with him, and it's one that we do together. And she says, I counted just like you do with me. I counted this with him. And she said, he started counting back to me. And this man doesn't talk. He responds a little bit. He loves music, but he doesn't do a lot of talking. And she said to me, Katie, I think that something woke up in him when I talked to him in this gym language, she calls it. And so I said to her, that's really interesting how our brains are so wild, how much they will remember and retain. And then there's other things that we just can't seem to remember yesterday. And so, but she said, I'm going to keep doing it. I said, good for you. Keep at it. Keep doing it. Because I said, it's those little things that stack up over time. Her fitness has improved over the last many months since we've started training together, and we do small, consistent behaviors over time. And that's what it takes. It doesn't have to be monumentous, huge change. In fact, if the change is too large, we sometimes get just frozen. Like we just clam up. We can't even do the thing that we actually want to do. So I strongly suggest you break things down into a plan for yourself. If you don't know how to do that, write down what the thing you want to do. You could try this. Try asking your, I don't want to say the name, but when you say it to your machine, hey Google, and it talks to you, Google it. Find out what are the steps to make this thing happen, and then backwards figure it out. I think they call it reverse engineering. Figure out what you need to do and then start. I'm working on a huge project right now, and I have moments of overwhelm where I'm like, what have I decided to do here? This is too much. How am I going to handle it? And my lover was such a gem, and he reminded me to track, write things down, figure out what you want to do, what do you want to accomplish, and what time frame do you need to get these things done in. Because if you don't have a plan and you're just kind of running through life without any sort of structure, eventually it just falls apart. Even you might even be on a good jag, and then all of a sudden you have nothing to fall back on to look and see where has the progress been made. Ooh, where did I not do enough of this or enough of that? Even today, I'm going to share with you. I was food prepping, and I've had different conversations with people over the years, and some people are like, "Well, I hate measuring my food. I don't want to be, measuring it all the time." I said, "Well, that's fair if you don't want to." I'm going to share with you, though, in today's day and age and the expense of groceries, I was so happy that when I cooked my protein today, I cooked ground beef, and I actually took out my 3/4 cup scoop, whatever, measuring cup, and measured out. I ended up getting 5 portions out of this meat that I cooked. Whereas if I just kind of like threw it on a plate, one, I might be undernourishing myself. Two, I might be overeating. And so I would like to see where my food is going, how long it is going to last, and that sort of thing. Another thing is if you are on a health journey and you are trying to feel better, and we are just eating and not thinking and just throwing food in, and we don't know how we're feeling, again, if we can just track it for a little while, get a good grasp on it and see what's agreeing with your body and what's not. And if you are a listener and you have a lot of sensitivities around food, not sensitive like allergies, but like the topic makes you upset, I urge you to get some help on that, because our food is something that we're going to be ingesting, right, for the rest of our life. And so if we can find a happy and a healthy relationship with it, I highly recommend you getting help if that is something that you struggle with. So I wanted to talk today about if you're the person out there that is not doing anything currently with your physical body. Whew. You guys, I work in the retirement home industry, and this is my 20th year working with this demographic of humans. I started when I was 35-ish. And when I started, I didn't have quite the knowledge base that I do now. And now I knew enough at 35 that I was going to stay strong and stay healthy and exercise. Like it's been in me. But in the last 10-ish years, and seriously in the last 5 years, I have had to take a deep dive into my health to figure out how to function my very best with the cards I was dealt, and how I make this go, and how I make this machine, our bodies, keep going. These are our vehicles, you guys. These are our life vehicles. And so we want to figure out, what does that look like for you? And I'm telling you right now, the 80-year-old version that you are training for, that 80-year-old starts in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. Yes, and you can start at any age too. So you guys know that at this one retirement home that I work at, the individuals that come to my group class are between 65 and 100 years old. 65 and 100. And they are showing up. Today, I had 40 of them at exercise class. 40 individuals doing a full 30-minute workout. And we don't break. We don't stop. It's 30 minutes. Just to give you exercisers and maybe non-exercisers an idea, we do 11 exercises. We do 3 sets of each, 10 repetitions of each. That's a lot to get done in 30 minutes. And so we do it safely. We do it effectively. They are challenged. They are pushed. They are encouraged. They are empowered. And when they leave, they feel stronger. You can start this at any age. So don't feel like, oh, I haven't started, so this isn't going to be any good for me. That's not the case. But what I'm going to say to you is that earlier, the better. It's like investing, right? The earlier you can start, the better in the long run your investments go. However, just like investments, start anytime. I just started investing 4.5 years ago. Yeah, I have had no I had no idea about my money. I had some, you guys. I wasn't completely blind, but I was blindsided in some situations. So I've had to rebuild. And I could have just thrown in the towel 4.5 years and said, ah, fuck it, whatever, I'll figure it out. No, I want to figure it out now and continue to do what I can until whenever. And so if you're a non exerciser and you're like, why bother? I am here to remind you to bother. And I'm going to remind you every freaking time we get together here. This woman that I was working with today, you guys, she's 77 years old. She has left side paralysis and very minimal strength and mobility on her right side. And she works her freaking ass off every single session. And she says it drives her nuts when she sees able-bodied people not moving their bodies, not exercising them. If you feel stuck, if you feel like there's no hope, there is hope, you guys. There are solutions out there. I think the part that really sucks in today's day and age is we want it now. We want everything now. Everything's instant. Everything's a pill. Everything's fast. Everything's this. No, it takes work. It takes work on repeat. It takes doing the things over and over and over. The classes that I teach, I've been teaching now for 36 years. For 36 years. And 5 years ago, our 5-year anniversary is coming up soon, we moved to online training. And 5 years ago, I thought, who's going to come? Like, are people really going to do this? Because in person is fucking awesome. I got to say that. But we have created this community. And I'm going to say this. I have people that say to me, oh, I don't want to come. I want in person. Okay. So then I mention it, again, whatever. I'm like, so how are your classes going? Or how are you, whatever. How are things going? They're like, oh, no, yeah, I haven't found any in-person class. Well, join us online. Like, and I'm not saying it's for everybody, but it's definitely, we've kept a really strong community. And so if you're training online, even though you're not in the same room together, you're there together and it's a place to gather. And so don't discredit like online options for yourself. Maybe you're like, I just want to train at home. I just want this simpler. There's options. And there's some great options coming up in the next couple of months here that I have a huge project that I'm working on for you guys. So I want to stay focused here, though, that if you are currently not moving your body at all, if you can walk, even get up and walk around the block after supper. Like, just get up, walk around the block. You can do it once, okay. Get up and do it 2 times. Just get up, do that. Start there. Start with something super small. It doesn't have to be grand. It just has to be done. It just has to be done. And so if you're in bed, maybe you're a person that's like, I can't even get out of bed. Start with moving the parts you can. Do your legs move? Move them. Do your arms move? Move them. Move what you can regularly and then build from there. Keep adding, keep building. As you do this over time, it's something that we call in the workout world progression. Okay? We have to start and keep going and building and adding and building. The classes I teach, we're constantly adding more, doing more. Can you lift a little heavier? Get new weights. Do whatever you need to do to challenge those muscles. Because the person that you want to be and how you want to feel and function at 75, 80, 90 years old, she starts today. She's starting right now. Does it have to be perfect? No. Am I perfect? Fuck no. But consistently moving forward, consistently doing those things. I'm not as ripped as some people and as jacked as some people. Strong and consistent, though, is something that I really value. And I encourage it with you guys because nobody can do it for you. Nobody. Every other aspect of your fucking life, you could hire out. Everything. You could hire someone to drive your fucking kids somewhere. You could hire someone to make your fucking supper. You could hire someone to do your investing. You can hire people to do everything, but your physical body requires you to move it, to do it, to show up for her or him, but to show up. There's no way we can farm this one out. And you don't want to farm out any of that stuff, to be honest. I mean, if you want to hire a cleaning lady or a chef or something, like that would be kind of fun if I could do that. Well, I kind of have a chef on weekends. My lover is such a great cook, and he chefs it up for me every freaking weekend, which is just a delight. But anyway, back to the program here. You can't farm this one out, you guys. There's just no way. Well, okay, yeah, there's an option. There is an option. Just let nature take its course if you want that. Like if you want to be bent over, frail, unable to move, incontinent, all the things, weak, tired, lethargic, then just sit back and it'll happen. Just so you know, like that's probably going to happen. Now, I know the odd person will write in and say, my grandma lived to 103 and she didn't do fuck all. She's an anomaly. She is rare. It's very rare. I work in a care home and I've been working in this industry, you guys, 20 years. They don't just appear like that. They just don't. There's a handful that could fit that description. But the other ones, it wasn't in their they didn't have the information we have now. There was a point where it was just like, oh, well, you're this age. Oh, well. No, it's not oh, well anymore. There's so many researchers out there doing this research. I see it every freaking day. And if you open up the internet and you can see people from all over the world that are understanding this and taking care of themselves and being stronger for it. When I was 35, I did not think, well, I didn't really know what to think. I just kept being 35, and then I turned 36, and then I turned 37, and now I'm going to be turning 55 in June. And I just keep encouraging this in you. Today when I walked into my class, 40 of them, okay, in a room, and I said to them, I hope when you walked in the door here this morning, I hope you arrived with the attitude that you will become stronger, healthier, and empowered by being here. I hope that's what you're thinking, because I said if you walk in here thinking, oh, why bother? It's not going to do a thing. Your brain is listening. And so they smiled, you guys, because guess what? I talk about their brain and the importance of it all the time. It's important with movement. It's important with thinking, with getting to lunch on time, doing all the things. And so when I shared with them what they're thinking and how they're processing before they begin is important. I'm going to teach a fitness class right away. And when I arrive there, during warm-up, we do a little freaking body scan. Where are you at tonight? How you feeling? Have a shitty day? Well, let's see if we can turn that around for you. Is it too late to turn it around? Never fucking too late to turn the ship. Never. Nope. Not a bad day, not a bad week, not a bad month, not a bad life, not a bad year, whatever you want to call it. You can always turn the ship around. And so that's what we do. And that's what you can do. And I encourage you to do it. Because the alternative is just sit back and let life take you like as you are. And honestly, if you want to end up with someone taking care of all your needs, like today at my class, I have 40 of them in a room, and we do an exercise called the chair squat. We stand up, we sit down, we stand up, we sit down, we stand up, we sit down. Some of them do it with handrails, some of them do it with no handers, some of them hold weights, some don't do it. And so most do it. 75% of them in the room can execute that exercise. That exercise is going to get them off of the toilet. That exercise is going to get them on and off chairs. That exercise is going to get them in and out of their grandson's vehicle when they come to visit. The people stop showing up to visit because they can't get into cars. Or they visit at grandma's place, but they don't get out. They don't get out, you guys. You want to be getting out. You want to be doing life. And I know I come in here heated all the time. Not all the time. Some of the time. But it's because I've seen the ravages of it. I see it every day. One of my friends is like, how do you stay like so consistent? I'm like, come and hang out in my shoes all day, all week, all year, whatever it's been, however many years doing this. It's very easy to stay the course when you're reminded right in front of you every day what happens. And yes, if you are not feeling like there's any solution for you, I'm telling you right now, reach out. Reach out. I'm here to help. The Big Messy Bun isn't just a place to come and fart around. This is a place I want to change lives and impact you guys. Yes, I fucking love just sitting here and pouring it out and sharing. That feels freaking amazing. But I want to make a difference. And you guys can help me with that. You're going to hit the follow. You're going to hit send and share this to a friend or whatever it's called. Drop a comment. We are going to wrap up because I'm about to go teach a fitness class and we start soon. So this is episode 59 of The Big Messy Bun. And your host is just super passionate, a little bit wild and weird, but she's not changing. But she is evolving, which is a form of change, right? And so I better stop talking. That's a whole nother subject. You guys have a great week. See you next week.